Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's our pleasure to welcome you all here. We are from BTLE HE1A students of University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines of Panaon Campus or USTP Panaon. Now for today's video, the subject of our presentation is all about Millennials and Filinials ethical challenges and responses. Now, let's begin for the first part to be reported or to be presented by Mrs. Michelle Grace Diezmo, which is the introduction about Millennials and Filenials. And for the second part, to be reported by Miss Maria Irish Ondilo, which is the different generation. And for the third part, to be reported by Miss Jenny Perez, which is the difference of Millennials and Filenials. And for the fourth part, to be reported by Miss Inilin Copio, which is when facing ethical challenges. And for the last part, to be reported by Miss Mariel Jan Calamba, which is response or ways on coping ethical challenges. So here's my introduction about Millennials and Filenials. So by the way, what is Millennials? Millennials as a person reaching young adulthood in the early 21st century. Millennials also are widely accepted, having been born between 1981 and 1996. So at this stage, Millennials starts ages from 18 to 35 years old. So belong pata sa Millennials. So we are Millennials. So for the Filenials, it is a term used to denote Filipino Millennials. So gitawag lang gihapon ni siya o ang Filenials gitawag lang gihapon ni siya Millennials sa mga Pilipino mga milenyo. So for the Filenials, they are just as likely to share a branded post as they are to share a photo from a friend. They just have to find in it a story they can relate to or even simply find. Kanang kabantay mo sa ato ang Facebook, sa like sa Facebook nato, kung naatay nakita nga something quotes or kanang makarelate ta anak nga kuan, anak nga quotes or something anak nga post atong gina-shared po sa ato ang mga friend or sa atong timeline. So yun ana di ay ang mga Millennials.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Irish A. Ondilo from BTLE HE1A. So today I will be discussing to you about the different generation name. So before we start to the different generation name, I will be define first what is generation names. Generation name may be the first or second character in a given name, and normally this position is to keep consistent for the associated lineage. However, some lineage alternate is positioned from generation to generation. So I will show to you a chart of the different generation names. We'll see here.
So now let's talk about the difference of Millennials and Filenials. When we talk about Millennials, it generally refers to the generation of people born between 1880s and 1890s. Some people also include children born in early 2000s. Millennials in the Philippines are those people grew up in social networks and involved in modern technology. Filenials is the term denote for Filipino millennials. According to the survey of global study called The Truth About the Youth, Filipino millennials is deeper in other country when it comes to closeness of the family, activeness in social media, and perception of social responsibilities. So these differences stem from the fact that the unique history and economic, political, and social condition in the Philippines shape the Filenials. So that's all.
So, for today, I will discuss it's all about when facing ethical challenges. So, what is ethical challenges? Ethical challenges is a problem in the decision-making process that someone's wrong can be your right, or which means your right will definitely at some point be someone else wrong. So, ang hamon sa etika, kaisa ka problema sa pagproseso og desisyon kung sakto ang isa ka tawo or murag sakto siya or sakto ba ka. Then, dapat open-minded, multi-view, loves freedom. So, from the words love and freedom, kabalo naman jud mo ana. And the last is interested and curious about what is happening on their community. So, dapat interesado o naa kay malasakit kung unsay nahitabo sa atong pamayanan. So, that's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mariel Jan Arcalamba from BTLE HA 1A. So for today, I'm going to discuss to you all about the responses or ways in facing ethical challenges. So there are ways and responses on how to act or react when faced by ethical conduct or ethical challenges. So I will start. So the first one is repeat back and clarify. So we need to tell to someone what we think to ensure to have complete clarity. So the next one, ask questions. So probing someone with questions regarding the reason and motivation behind the issue can help deter them. It can also create a more transparent dialogue. So the third one, focus on someone's best interest. Pointing out the disadvantages this unethical action will have on someone will help our hands stay clean and portray our loyalty. So the fourth one, suggest an alternative. Providing an alternate solution is the next best step to do if possible. So the fifth one, escalate. If the situation isn't resolved by clarifying, we'll need to determine the next person to inform. So the sixth one, blow the whistle. If we exhaust all the internal options and the issue isn't resolved, external entities like the government or the media are the next best step. We need to consider the risk before we escalate the issue to this level. So the last one, leave if necessary. If all else fails, it may be time to leave or neglect the situation. So the next topic is the do's and don'ts when speaking up. So when faced with an ethical challenges, emotion can quickly take over as the situations may feel alarming and like a normal test. So first I'm going to discuss to you the do's. So first one, question your assumption. So fear of confrontation or retaliation can spur rationalization. Examine those assumptions to ensure they aren't simply a way to avoid feeling bad if you don't take actions. The second one, gain perspective. Try to understand what is motivating the unethical request or action. So the third one, have a conversation. So we need to provide an opportunity for the person to explain his or action or to correct the behavior first. So now I'm going to discuss the don'ts when speaking up. So the first one, first about ahead without a plan. So spend time rehearsing how we're going to address the situation, to test our thought process and have a planned approach. So the next one, make accusations. Keep the focus on understanding the situation. It can help establish if individual is open to productive discussions and may help them see your perspective. So that's the end of my topic. Hope you've learned and understand my discussion. And thank you. Bye bye.